Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kylie and I tend to post a variety of things with an emphasis on true crime. But the reason you tapped on this video today is to see how to go viral on Instagram in 2024, so let's get right into it. For some background, I've had my Instagram account since March of 2021, but I did not try to be a creator on there until June of last year, so June of 2023. And at that time in June of 2023, I only had around 600 followers. Today, I have 166,000. So a big thing I want to discuss first is your why. Do you want more followers? Do you want more brand deals? Do you have a really cool skill or talent that you want to show off? Figure out your why first and then go from there. After that, I would say when you're choosing what to post about, you should choose something sustainable. Something you can see doing for hypothetically the next 5 to 10, even 20 years. This is because people who tend to make content with the intention of that content going viral tend to burn out really fast. If it's just a 10-second funny video, the people who follow you aren't following you for you. They're actually just following you because that video was really funny or really viral. And when you post again, and if you post something different, then they're probably not going to stick around, and those are not the followers that you want. For me personally, I view my Instagram as a melting pot. It is a place for all of my different types of content to come together and merge. I have some true crime content on there to promote the podcast, then I have my travel content, and then I just have basic lifestyle. Posting in these three categories allows my followers to really get to know me, and then it also allows all of my other social media platforms to thrive. For instance, if someone likes one of my true crime reels, they can then tap the link in my bio that'll take them to the podcast to watch the longer form of that case. And then when it comes to posting travel content, that is a big thing I've always been passionate about, and when I'm posting travel content, I'm thinking, this is kind of my resume to brands who I want to collaborate with for future adventures. Think brands like the Adventure Challenge or Trova Trips or any of those. Now, as to how to get all of that content to go viral, you really need to listen to what Instagram is telling you. Last year in 2023, for instance, Instagram came out with an announcement that essentially said they're going to reward creators who post in their feed every single day. So almost every single day of June of 2023, I was posting on Instagram. I had like 0 followers, they weren't getting many likes, but nonetheless, a strange thing started to happen. All of my reels started getting way more views. And then after a few months of consistency, all of my in-feed posts started being shown on the Discover page, and you can see that when you hit the analytics for your in-feed posts. So those were all great signs. And then I essentially just kept doing that, posting every single day, utilizing stories, utilizing the in-feed posts, the carousels, and then the reels. Reels, I would say, are a huge gold mine. Not necessarily through Instagram directly, because as I'm sure you know, Instagram canceled its bonus program, I believe in May of last year. But because they canceled that program, your reels are gonna get a lot of natural growth and get a lot of exposure that they probably wouldn't get if that program still existed. And you can leverage that to grow your Instagram and then turn that into monetization via brand deals and other Instagram AdSense features. And when it comes to reels specifically, I tend to post my true crime reels, making coffee reels, home decor reels, and then travel reels. So my reels tab is a really good way to get to know me personally. And now that I've been doing this for almost a year now, all of my reels tend to get at least 100,000 views within the first week. And it doesn't matter if they're branded content reels, true crime reels, coffee reels, that applies to all reels across the board. So if you want to go viral on Instagram, I would say utilize that reels feature and utilize what Instagram is presenting you. If they come out with a new feature, even if you may not like it, like those little notes when you go to your DMs, use those. Use all of it. Instagram will reward you for using their platform. Now, the next thing I think you should do to go viral on Instagram is to interact with the audience that already exists. And I personally think that stories is a great place to do that. You can have people vote on certain things, you can ask them questions, and you can feature their answers in your next stories. That's a really cool feature that allows you to get to know your audience, and then you actually create a connection with them individually. And I also believe that now on Reels, they have a polls feature. So let's just say you're getting ready for the day and you could be like, oh, which outfit do you like better, outfit 1 or outfit 2? And people can vote and they can feel like they're involved in your life. And as for tip number 3, which I believe we're on tip number 3, is just to stay consistent with it, because I looked like such a fool when I was posting every single day, kind of like influencer type photos, travel photos, etc. And they were getting 20 likes, 0 views, following wasn't growing, etc. So now it's a lot less embarrassing, but even if it feels embarrassing at first, just push through the embarrassment and keep going, because eventually you will get rewarded. And then I would also say just to keep trying to improve your content every single time. So for me, people are saying that they want more in-depth, longer cases. I'm going to give them more in-depth, longer cases. And I'm also going to try to improve my camera quality, my audio quality, this, that, and the other. And also another thing is that people really like to see the behind the scenes, and I think that like using your stories for that is a great tactic, because Instagram also rewards you for posting more and more stories. And when I say rewards, I mean that they have this little like achievement tab now where they give you little digital trophies for like reaching certain milestones. Like let's say getting 1,000 views on your stories, then you get 2,000, then you get 10,000, etc., etc. And it goes for things like reels, likes, just different little metrics. And because that exists, Instagram's kind of telling you and pushing you to keep reaching those milestones. So kind of do whatever you have to do to reach those milestones. Sorry I had to move due to the lighting getting a little too glaring, but at this point in the video, I figured you might be thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot of content you'd have to post to get to that like virality point. And that is accurate. It was a lot of content posted. I think I have around 700 to 800 reels posted at this point. But here are some tips on how to make a lot of content, how to make it fast, and how to make it high quality. So when I first started on Instagram last year, I actually lived in a very crappy apartment. It was like a very dated 1960s, 1970s, moldy, ugly, not aesthetic place to live. And so when it came to making content there, I heavily relied on using green screen content. So I'd pretty much just set my phone in front of the window, hit the green screen, and then talk about anything I wanted to talk about, from cases to what's going on in the world, etc. Then as for all the photos, I would go out, take the camera with me or take my phone with me, set up the tripod, or ask anyone who was around like, hey, can you please take a photo? And then I kind of repeated that process until I could finally move, and now I can make videos like this where you can actually see the background because, you know, it's not horrendous. But even with that, that was my own insecurity. So truly on Instagram, if you want to stand out, just keep on making the content, talk about what you want to talk about, and with time and practice, your content will improve. I think one of the main things that hindered me from starting sooner is that I got paralysis over my content not being good enough. I was like, well, I don't like the background, I don't like this iPhone quality, I don't like how the mic sounds. But then because I was doing that, I wasn't putting out content, so I wasn't actively improving myself over time because I would just stop when I didn't like the first thing that I made. Truly, if you just keep going, it will naturally improve, your followers will grow, and everything will work out, I swear, I promise. So yeah, just wanted to pop in really quick and say that. And lastly, I also have a ton of knowledge on brand deals. So if any of you guys are interested in learning about brand deals, especially through Instagram, leave me a comment below and I will be more than happy to make another video just going over brand deals, how to get them, how to negotiate, etc. But I want to wrap this video up by just saying, you know, be consistent, be authentic, pick a niche that you can sustain throughout a pretty long period of time, and utilize all of the new features that Instagram is giving you. If you try this for a month or two and have some results, let me know below, and I will see you guys next time.